So in this video, we're going to show the P200 using the ISD integral surge dampener. So the P200 is going to be running at 100 psi inlet air, 90 psi of head pressure. You'll notice that the gauge pressure drops down to as little as 44 psi without a pulsation dampener. So next we're going to run it with the pulsation dampener by removing the 1-inch NPT on the vertical center port. So now that we have the ISD threaded onto the vertical port on the P200 pump, all we have to do is hook up the air supply coming right off the regulator into the ISD, turn that on, and what we're going to notice here is the pressure differential. Instead of going down to the 44 psi, it's going anywhere between 66 to 70 psi here on the gauge, and you'll notice it's more of a laminar flow now. Okay, so why use an integrated surge dampener? Well, for one, you want to have the dampener as close to the discharge as possible. You want to have it within 10 pipe diameters of whatever size it is. So if this is a 1-inch pump, you want to have it installed within 10 inches. By putting it on the top, that's as close as you can get. You're actually integrated into the pump, which makes for better dampening effectiveness. So some of the industry's issues that we see out there without using a pulsation dampener, that pulsation effect on the instruments is pretty detrimental. It causes damage to gauges, valves, piping, everything downstream of the pump. By using a pulsation dampener, it reduces the effects of damage caused by that pulsation. So another thing that the pulsation dampener does is it also reduces damage caused by water hammer or pipe hammer. So in a typical instance, if you have water hammer, that pressure coming back from the acceleration head is coming back at with such a force, it'll cause damage to pumps and pump components. This one took the valve ball and actually pushed it right through a valve seat. Pulsation dampener will absorb that energy before it gets to your valve balls, causing less damage to internal components. Another thing a pulsation dampener does is reduces the effects of noise in the pipe. So instead of having that constant thrumming pulsation, the pulsation dampener will mitigate that noise coming from your check balls. So with that, that is the new 1-inch ISD in a P200 pump.